Morning, Norbert Williams. I am the founder and communications officer of the new organization called Speak Out St. Lucia, S.O.S. I have chosen this location of Constitution Park with the House of Assembly in the background for its symbolism. That we must be aware that any new laws, amendments, or repeal of obsolete laws will occur in this building behind me. It must also be noted that the persons who will effect these changes in the interest of the people shall be their duly elected representatives. For decades, we have been plagued with the scourge of child molestation, rape, and incest in St. Lucia. As you all know, I have been championing the cause for justice for the victims of child molestation and rape in St. Lucia. I have found it necessary to form my own organization to continue this work. It is critical that we continue the discussion of these crimes as they affect our people in many ways, and the repercussions are many. Very often, the victims suffer in silence with a multitude of problems affecting their relationships, jobs, children, education, sanity, and other aspects of their lives. Over the course of my advocacy against these crimes during the past 2 years, I have heard many stories from victims at home, in St. Lucia, and around the world. What has surprised me is the large number of these victims who now reside overseas, and most claim they had to run out of St. Lucia because of shame, guilt, embarrassment, victimization, and threats from their perpetrators. Many lamented the poor state of the judicial system and the almost non-existent support services available. Last week's presentation of the petition for a sex offender registry to the government of St. Lucia shows and expresses the frustration and overwhelming concern of St. Lucians from all walks of life with regards to these crimes. With so many rapes being reported in just the past few months, and the significant rise in statistics released by the Royal St. Lucia Police Force for sex crimes in 2015, we need every weapon in our arsenal of options to fight against these crimes. In selecting the management of this new organization, I found it fitting to be cognizant of the world in which we now live. With instant communications, the internet, social media, and always-on connectivity, it is abundantly clear that concerned St. Lucians residing all over the world are always instantly connected and in touch with what happens in St. Lucia. As a result, I have selected representatives of the management team who reside in St. Lucia, Toronto, Canada, London, England, and the New York, New Jersey metropolitan area, Pennsylvania, and Atlanta, Georgia in the United States. These individuals have proven to be concerned and patriotic citizens of our beloved island of St. Lucia. The management team comprises of 9 loyal St. Lucian citizens, including myself. These include Angel Regis Felix, who will be located in Pennsylvania, who has 20 years of telecommunications experience and is also president of the Philadelphia chapter of Women Entrepreneurs of America, WEA. She is also its international ambassador. Number 2, Mr. Dalkeith Dalla Shalmine, who is resident in London, England. Mr. Shalmine has been a national football player and is regularly involved in the St. Lucia, UK community. Julietta Williams in Toronto, Canada, a former brand manager at Peter & Company and former employee of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in St. Lucia. Number 4, Samantha Matherin, located in Atlanta, Georgia. She's a former prosecutor at the Office of the Attorney General in the U.S. Virgin Islands and also working with domestic violence victims and juvenile affairs. She currently resides in Atlanta, Georgia, and works in social services there. Number 5, Vina Frederick, Castries, St. Lucia. She is a former journalist and mass communication specialist. Number 6 is myself, Norbert Williams, from the New York, New Jersey metropolitan city area. I am a former St. Lucia Cadet Corps member. I've worked at the St. Lucia Customs, a former police officer in the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, and I have 19 years of experience in the information systems industry. I also worked in the immigration department, among others, whilst being a member of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. We have a number of support volunteers, and these are three. Irene Shalmine in St. Lucia, who has more than 20 years of airline experience. She's a former St. Lucia Carnival Queen and is a Carnival band owner. Rachel Cassius, also from St. Lucia and in St. Lucia, is a business entrepreneur. Number 3, Veronica Nicholas in the New York, New Jersey metropolitan area, who has many years of legal services experience. And now for the name of the organization. We have decided that this organization shall be called Speak Out St. Lucia, with the abbreviation S.O.S. This abbreviation is also internationally identified as a distress signal. Our current situation, as expressed by so many St. Lucians at home and abroad, is one of a critical nature. This team of dedicated St. Lucians has pledged to work in the interest of all St. Lucians. If you have any questions, I'll take them. That's it?
I think that's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much.
You've covered everything.